Nipper was a dog who served as the model for a painting titled His Master's Voice. This image was the basis for the dog-and-gramophone logo used by several audio recording and associated brands: Victor Talking Machine Company, His Master's Voice, HMV, EMI, RCA Victor, Victrola, Zonophone, JVC and Deutsche Grammophon. Biography: Nipper was born in 1884 in Bristol, England, and died in September 1895. It has been claimed in various sources that he was a Jack Russell Terrier, a Fox Terrier, or part Bull Terrier. He was named Nipper because he would bite the backs of visitors' legs. Nipper originally lived with his owner, Mark Henry Barraud, in the Prince's Theatre where Barraud was a scenery designer. When Barraud died in 1887, his brothers Philip and Francis took care of the dog. Nipper himself died in 1895 and was buried in Kingston upon Thames in Clarence Street, in a small park surrounded by magnolia trees. As time progressed, the area was built upon, and a branch of Lloyd's Bank now occupies the site. On the wall of the bank, just inside the entrance, a brass plaque commemorates the terrier that lies beneath the building. On March 10, 2010, a small road near to the dog's resting place in Kingston upon Thames was named Nipper Alley in commemoration of this resident. Advertising icon: in 1898, 3 years after Nipper's death, Francis Barraud, his last owner and brother of his first owner, painted a picture of Nipper listening intently to a wind-up Edison Bell cylinder phonograph. Thinking the Edison Bell Company located in New Jersey, USA, might find it useful, he presented it to James E. Huff, who promptly said, "Dogs don't listen to phonographs." On May 31, 1899, Barraud went to the Maiden Lane offices of the Gramophone Company with the intention of borrowing a brass horn to replace the original black horn on the painting. Manager William Barry Owen suggested that if the artist replaced the machine with a Berliner disc gramophone, the company would buy the painting. The image became the successful trademark of the Victor and HMV record labels, HMV Music Stores, and RCA, after the acquisition of the Victor Company in 1929. The trademark was registered by Berliner for use in the United States on July 10, 1900. The slogan "His Master's Voice," along with the painting, was sold to the Gramophone Company for £100 sterling, £50 for the copyright and £50 for the painting itself. Francis Barraud said, "It is difficult to say how the idea came to me beyond that fact that it suddenly occurred to me that to have my dog listening to the phonograph, with an intelligent and rather puzzled expression, and call it his master's voice would make an excellent subject. We had a phonograph and I often noticed how puzzled he was to make out where the voice came from. It certainly was the happiest thought I ever had." The original oil painting hung in the Emmy Boardroom in Hayes, Middlesex, for many years. Logo variations, legacy. The iconic image of a mixed fox bull terrier, Nipper, looking into a phonograph became an international symbol of quality and excellence for the Victor Talking Machine Company. Nipper lives on through the brand names. He even appeared in ads on television with his son, a puppy named Chipper who was added to the RCA family in 1991. Real dogs continue to play the roles of Nipper and Chipper, but Chipper has to be replaced much more frequently, since his character is a puppy. Nipper continues to be the mascot of HMV stores in countries where the entertainment retailer has the rights to him. Both RCA Records and EMI have de-emphasized Nipper in the global music market due to the fragmented ownership of the trademark. Victor Company of Japan also uses a version of the dog and trumpet logo within Japan, which includes the His Master's Voice slogan. HMV is not allowed to use Nipper in Canada and Japan. A huge, 4-ton Nipper can be seen on the roof of the old RTA building now owned by Anoff Moving and Storage and located at 991 Broadway in Albany, New York. A second slightly smaller one, after spending many years on private property in Merrifield, Virginia, perched over Lee Highway, has now been returned to Baltimore, Maryland where it originally graced the former RCA building on Russell Street. Nipper now sits atop the Maryland Historical Society building at Park Avenue and West Center Street in Baltimore. Though smaller than the Albany Nipper, Baltimore's is the only one of the two to include a gramophone for Nipper to listen to. The Baltimore Nipper was saved when the Virginia site where he briefly resided was sold to developers. It is currently the location of a group of townhomes. The street leading to the development is named Nipper Way. A small statue of Nipper can be seen perched above a doorway in the Merchant Venturers building on the corner of Park Row and Woodland Road in Bristol. This building, part of the University of Bristol, stands near the site of the old Prince's Theatre. A life-size ornament of Nipper appears in the music video to Cyndi Lauper's song Time After Time. See also, RCA, His Master's Voice, Victor Talking Machine Company, references. External links, RCA Global Communications, New York City, The Nipper Saga, Nipper at DMOZ, Nipper Photography Download, RTA Building, Albany, NY, photos of both the Albany and Baltimore Nippers, with information.